We talked about system, application, and project-level administrators. Now let's discuss regular users. Users fall into one of the following categories. Work management users can access work management projects, which have simplified views and business-specific features. Software users can access software-type projects in any deployment type and work management projects in cloud, which are called business projects in server and data center. These users see all the development-specific features. Service management users can access service management projects, which contain support features like service-level agreements. A service management user is an agent or a technician who responds to support requests. Agents can access service management type projects in any deployment type and work management or business projects. Customers are unlicensed users who create support requests in the Jira Service Management Custom Portal, and this user type only exists in JSM. There's more to user management than adding and removing users. As an admin, you have the following user management duties. Create new users, invite new users, or connect Jira to a central user repository. You can connect Jira to identity management and single sign-on tools like Active Directory, Microsoft Azure, G Suite, Okta, Atlassian Access, Crowd, and others. Next, admins need to deactivate user accounts when they're no longer needed. Inactive users don't impact your license count. I suspend all my test accounts when I'm not using them. That's also a smart security measure. While it's possible to remove users, I don't recommend it. If you delete a user, you also delete their activity and change history. And that's an auditor's nightmare. I recommend making unneeded users inactive instead. Admins also need to manage application access and group membership. There are two parts to granting user access. First, a user must have permission to log into the application. This is a cloud user's profile page. This user has access to Jira software, which includes access to Jira Work Management. Here's the same user profile in server and data center. This user has permission to access Jira software and Jira Service Management. The number of active users with application access determines the license cost. The second part of user access is groups. Groups give specific permissions to many people. The default group names have changed over the years, so keep that in mind if your application is different. You can also add custom groups to segment users for granting permissions, sending notifications, and more. Here's a tip. Even cloud applications have differences depending on when the site was created. My cloud application created in 2014 has Jira users, the one I created in 2020 has Jira Core users, and another one I created in 2021 has Jira Work Management users. They all mean the same thing and are used in the same ways. At the bottom of a user's profile page is the Groups area. This user inherits all permissions granted to people in the groups shown. Here's a user profile page in Server and Data Center. This user also has access to multiple applications, and admin permissions are granted by membership in the Jira Administrators group. In addition to groups, there's one more user classification called project roles. Think of a role as a common function on a team and a group as a list of users who perform the function. Here's a practical example using a soccer team. A soccer team has a coach, players, and fans. Here's how the team roles are reflected as Jira project roles. The coach is in the administrator's role, the players are in the developer's role, and the fans are in the user's role. Some roles are created by default, like administrators and developers, and some companies create additional roles for their teams, like users, team viewers, and testers. Next, let's populate the roles with users and groups. There can be one, many, or none. For the coach or project administrator's role, there's only one user named Chris. There's no need to create a custom group for only one user. For the players or developers role, there are 3 users, so I created a group called Soccer Players. I also created a group called Soccer Fans for the fans or users role. By using roles and groups, we can separate what people can do in a project. For example, we'll allow people in the developer's role to create, edit, schedule, and resolve issues, and we'll allow people in the user's role only to create and edit.